Hey, 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 it's a raining in Southern California. Who said it never rains here? Oh, I'm glad. I'm very happy it's raining here. We don't need to have more fires. So, rain here in the lower lands and snow in our local mountains. It's all good. All good. How's it going for everybody? Whoa, is there a lot of news happening? There's a lot of stuff happening. Have you guys been in my stories the last couple of days? Dropping some truth bombs in there. If you haven't been, a lot of people are not aware that we are seeing. This is a whole movie. The deep state, the top level, I believe the mid level, they're gone. They have been taken out. Yeah, we could use the rain. It cleans everything. Everything. Um, you must not live in Southern California if you think the rain is bad because all the weeds come in. Oh, we need the rain. I live up against the foothills, and I've been here my entire life, and those foothills in different areas have burned every couple of years. Before it was more natural, by the way. Now, you know, yeah. So we need the rain. Plus, listen, Southern California is they import water. Yes, we do. And so if we have snow up in our local mountains, that means that snow is your biggest reservoir of water. Did you know that? You know how I know that? Because I worked in the potable water industry for years. And the most amount of snow and where we get a lot of our water here in Southern California is up in the northern Sierra Mountains. You know, over by Mammoth and that whole Highway 395 up there. Yeah, Tahoe, those areas, they get tons of snow. And that snow, when it melts, is water, obviously. And if you can save it and direct it, which they do, then we get water. But here where I live, under the valley, we have a natural spring under there, and the water that melts off the snow melt ends up percolating down into that stream area underwater. And yes, we do pump some of that water out for use, local use in our homes and stuff. Anyhow, back to what I was actually wanting to come on and talk about. I'm on my way to get a new dryer for my house. My dryer has been running on basically fumes. So there I go in the rain. It's not actually raining yet again, but it is definitely threatening. So it's very interesting. President Trump is calling for the Epstein files to be released. Are the Democrats backing down now? Listen, this is not about D or R. I think both sides are implicated, members, but I think the Democrats are even worse. Go look in my stories and listen to a video from Virginia Guthrie. You know she is, right? She was a survivor, and she put in a kill switch, which is basically if she is murdered or died or whatever under suspicious circumstances, or I think for any reason, she's going to let information come out, and she did. So go check out that video because she is, whoa, the Clintons. We knew it, but now she is saying it. She's dead, by the way. She's dead. Hi, Annie. So go check out my stories and make sure you click on that so you can see the entire, or you can hear the entire video of Virginia Guthrie. And I'm here to say, Hollywood tells us what elites are doing. Prometheus, I think we have medical beds. Exactly what that bed did for that actor, in the movie, did surgery. I do think we have that already. Why wouldn't we? Like, honestly, think about logically, why wouldn't we not have that? And then, did you ever watch the movie The Hunger Games? Listen to what Virginia Guthrie says about Hillary Clinton. And you tell me if that's not the Hunter Games. I'm telling you, these people, listen, and I'm the first to admit, I didn't admire her or Billy Bob Clinton. Hell no. But there are others. We all admired some of these so-called leaders, and these are some of the worst offenders. Oh, the Simpsons, yeah, they're like, they have to know. They know in advance stuff that's happening. By the way, speaking of the Simpsons, you better get yourself some XRP. I'm telling you, our monetary system is changing. You got to understand XRP is a key for banking. Okay, enough on the XRP. Anyway, so yeah, that the video that I have in my stories from Virginia Guthrie is very, very telling, and you all need to go listen to it. Again, she put out a kill switch. Do you know what that is? In case she's killed or murdered, she's letting information come out. And she was the one that Prince Andrew was, holding and said he had nothing to do. Well, these people, they're like they're the most depraved kind of people you could ever imagine. Depraved. And they were able to get away with what they've been doing for so long, because when you own the media and you own the politicians, there's a cover up. They're not going to report it. They'll never report it. And that's what's been happening. But I don't know if you've all noticed, slowly I see a change in like Fox News. And it's been happening there for the last 6 months or so. They have been saying things like George Soros. They never would allow anyone to say his name or to connect his name to anything nefarious. That has changed. So if you pick up on those small clues, you can understand like the changes that are happening. And it's happening. What else? Let's see. ICE is over in, is it Charlotte, South Carolina, North Carolina? They're picking up illegals that are convicts that have records. I'm telling you, people that protest, they really don't have a clue. They really don't. They think it's all about emotion. It is not. I'm just going to tell you, you can have a neighbor who has, hello, who I had to honk at somebody because they're not paying attention. You could have a neighbor who is a criminal. Would you know? Honestly, would you know if your neighbor has a criminal record? No, you wouldn't. You know why? Because they don't go around with a banner here that says, I'm a criminal. So, I do trust our ICE agents that they are picking up criminals. Sometimes they may pick up the wrong one and they'll let them go. But listen, you had, I don't know how many millions of people allowed in under Biden. So now they're having to round them up and get them out of here. And now they're in, I think it's Charlotte. Is it Charlotte, North Carolina? I can't remember if it's North or South Carolina. Sorry, I'm not that good when it comes to location of these cities and states, but I know it's one of the Carolinas. And, and ICE is also doing welfare checks on all the children that were released to people that are not related to them. I mean, who in their right mind would do that? Pedophiles would. Thank you, Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah. So they're out there. You could see videos of, again, they're, fighting with ICE and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And guys, I'm here to tell you, please be prepared. Please have emergency supplies. There will be some type of big event. It's going to be scary as hell. I am hearing that it's going to be, we're going to go dark. What are you going to do if you don't have electricity for 10 days? Are you prepared? Because if you're not, get prepared. And if you're able to help friends and family, great. But be prepared. Get your emergency food supply, any medication, your water, all that you need. I sent my husband out to get. We have a camping stove, but it's not somewhere where we can get to it. So he's going to have to go buy a camping stove. And listen, you can call me crazy. You can call me anything you want. But isn't it better to be prepared? Isn't it better to be prepared? I'm telling you, there's something coming down. I don't know what it is, but it's going to be a scare event, and it will be written about, and it will be talked about, and you'll remember it, and your children will remember it for the rest of our lives. And we are going to pass it down to other generations. That's how big it is. Why does it have to be this way? Because it has to scare the bejesus out of everybody. It has to make an impact. Look at all the people that are still asleep, that have no clue what is happening, that still say Q is ridiculous. No, it's not. Go read the Q drops. Go to qalerts.app and you can read them all. Nothing like this has ever been done before in our history, ever. And if you ask me, this is military, because the type of information that they put out, there's no way that the average person could have had this information and put it out. They put all kinds of links. They want you to connect information. And so they give you some, and then you have to go do your information. So that was Q. There's no such thing as QAnon. There's Q, a communicator, and there's anonymous people like you and me and a lot of others around the world. It wasn't just here in America, who could actually go in and read all the drops, connect the dots, and then you start understanding what is happening and who the real evil people are. Oh yeah. Watch that story in my stories. Watch the video that Virginia Guthrie, her voice has left on the Clintons. She was that. I'm talking about Hillary. She was that and worse. If you know about the Wiener laptop and the detectives that saw what was in that laptop that had to do with Hillary Clinton and Huma Abedin, yeah, I think something like the majority of those detectives either unalived themselves or died mysteriously. Go look that up. But more than anything, be prepared. I don't know when the event is going to happen, but I sent my husband out to go get a camping stove because I need to be able to cook. If my power goes out for 10 days, we do have generators. So I'm going to make sure my deep freezer is plugged in, my refrigerators are plugged in, I can charge my phone. But how do you, if my stove and oven run on natural gas, I mean, I don't know how the natural gas gets into the pipes or gets pumped everywhere. So if there's no electricity, does that mean our natural gas goes out? I don't know. But I'd rather be prepared. So that's what we're doing. That's what I'm doing, friends. Lots going on. Keep your head on a swivel, and more than anything, stay in prayer, because Satan, that guy is super angry because his power is going away. All glory to Jesus. And this is going to be amazing, but not everybody's going to survive. So make sure you strengthen yourself up here and up here. All right, everybody, take care. Love you all.